My name is Brent Reidy. I'm the director of the research libraries for the New York Public Library. So I'm not Gary, Stephen, or Jen. You can applaud for the library. Yeah. So I'm here to give a brief introduction today from my position of overseeing one of the largest and most used research collections in the world. We have 46 million items, depending on how you count it. That includes the Columbus letter that was published, the last remaining copy, announcing the European finding of the New World, Jefferson's copy of the Declaration of Independence, Martin Luther King's briefcase. I mean, we have everything. We have mountains of truth. And we are deeply worried about the future of truth and the future of research libraries as AI is growing. We're going to talk about that future today, but since they invited a historian with a PhD to the stage, I'm actually going to talk about Plato for a minute and the Republic, and go back to 375 BC. So probably the most well-known bit from the Republic is the allegory of the cave. I'm seeing lots of nods, great. So as a reminder for those who haven't read it recently, the allegory is about how we understand truth in reality. There are people in a cave, they are chained, and all they can see is the wall in front of them. Behind them is a fire, and objects are being carried in front of the fire, and all they can see is the reflection, the projection of the shadow on the wall in front of them. They believe that is the real world. That's everything they understand about the real world. 2,400 years later, the metaphor still stands up, if not more so. It's actually amazing how little you know directly. Every aspect of the world that we know, the truths that we think we know, are mediated in some way, whether it's through a journal, through a friend's mouth, through a newspaper, through something else. And what we are now stepping towards is a future in which AI and large language models and their hallucinations might be the brightest flame behind us that is going to influence the projection of and the understanding of every piece of truth that we might be encountering and wondering whether or not it is true. So how terrified should we be of that future? Are we at some tipping point where the very nature of what is truth might be changing overnight? That's not for me to answer, but it is for our panel today to dig into. So without further ado, please allow me to welcome Jen Reidy to the stage, our moderator and the founder of the Sway Effect.